Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice of My Life. It is not every day that you chance upon something interesting online, and this is one of those days. I was looking around Taobao, it's a Chinese website in case you guys don't know, and I came across this particular spinner design that I've seen on a couple of sites that are not like mainstream sites, like I think it was like Alibaba or something, maybe even Fast Tech, I'm not so sure. But I came across this design and I think that it actually is a pretty unique design. I don't think it is a clone, I honestly don't know. I really don't think so because I have no information about it. But the images that were featured on those sites always seem to be incomplete somehow. So I took a leap of faith and I asked a friend of mine. His name is Newbie. Those of you who follow me on my Nerf channel actually know who this guy is. But Newbie conducts monthly mass orders for items on Taobao. So I approached him and I asked him to help me order one of these. This is a spinner and it arrived just like that. And let's just explore this together because I have no idea really what to expect. Newbie just dropped this off earlier and here we go. I have no idea what name this spinner is, but it arrived just like this. We have what seems to be a 688 full ceramic bearing. We have what looks to be a button set, a frame, along with tool retention caps and probably a removal tool, I suppose. We're doing this together, guys, because I don't know what to expect and I don't think any of you have ever seen this before. This is apparently stainless steel, but you can see that the machining on this is actually pretty bad. Like, you see a lot of very bad machining marks here and there. Look at that right there. It's some really bad damage marks. And to be fair, these might have been caused by one of these retention caps or maybe even this bearing removal tool. I mean, to be fair, it was in the same plastic bag or the Ziploc bag, but right here it feels pretty sharp. But just looking at the frame itself, it's a very interesting design, something that is pretty unique, I should say. And I wonder why there are two of these. I don't even think you need two because there is a lip on this side but not here. It's really strange. So I guess I'm supposed to just kind of I have no idea what to expect, guys. There's no like instructions or whatever. So I'll just get the bearing out and let's see if the bearing sits in there. And I hope I don't get this bearing dirty, but it is a full ceramic bearing, so it spins very well. Okay, so it sits like that. So I guess I'm supposed to just screw this guy in with the grooves outside, I suppose. Seems to make the most sense if I do this. So let's just try it out. And in all honesty, it doesn't seem to want to sit nicely. This one's not working. Let's try this one. Okay, I seem to be making some form of progress. Oh, this is cool. This part actually goes into the inner race of the bearing, so it's kind of nice. Look at that. Alright, so since I seem like I'm making progress, let's just use this tool and tighten this and see how far it goes. Everything looks to be straight in so far. So I'm just gonna keep this up and I'm just gonna keep turning this. This seems to be the maximum. Seems like it, feels like it. I don't know, guys. No, I definitely can go in a bit more. Look. I think that's as far in as it goes. I can't really tell. Get the buttons out then. And looks to be comfortable enough buttons, I suppose. I don't know. But these right here, they seem to be flush, but I don't think that this will fit. Yep, definitely not. It's touching the retention screw. Looks like it's gonna take a little bit more thinking, guys. I'm gonna remove it right now and hopefully it's not too stuck in. Okay. Let's see how far the bearing sits inside. It seems like it's completely stuck. What the hell? What the hell? The bearing seems to be completely stuck. Damn it. There we go. So this particular retention cap or screw looks like it's patinaed quite a bit. Let's just see about this one. I don't know if I need to clean this up. Look, you can actually see the patina all over it. Man, that's kind of disgusting. So yeah, well, let's just see if this fits. Doesn't look like it wants to fit in. This is really strange. Oh look, it sits in like that. It's supposed to be flush. So if it's supposed to be flush, then it's supposed to go all the way in. So let's see if this works. And I know the light here is flickering. That's because the battery is dying out. But you know, I just don't want to interrupt this video now that I've come this far. Let's see if I can get this guy in. Yep, going in better than this one. So let's carry on then. Hopefully you'll move all the way down and be flush. I don't know if you will be. I hope you will. Seems like that's the maximum that it wants to ever go in. Why? Oh man, guys, I'm just hurting myself doing that. So I don't know. No, this is not good, guys. This doesn't bode well at all. It's looking like I have to do some work on this before I'm able to actually fit one of these rings all the way flush down. So in order to do that, I guess I'll have to clean these guys up a bit, and then I'll check back in with you guys. So this bearing is going back. Oh, listen to that. Now it's messed up. I messed it up. Oh man, looks like I might have to clean it up a little bit before I actually put it into the spinner to spin. So let me just figure this part out first, and then we'll have a properly assembled spinner, I suppose. Oh, I thought I was able to get it in one go, but I guess not. Check back with you guys soon.
2,000 years later.
Here's a sort of an update that is more of like a work in progress kind of a update. I did not know that this was actually a prototype being sold on Taobao. The designer or the maker, I'm not sure which is which, goes by the name of GeeZ. That's G-E-E-Z. And this is not the only product that they have. A lot of us actually saw a triangular-ish, very angular kind of spinner that if you went onto Fast Tech, you would have probably seen. But yeah, they're offering that right now, and at this point of time, which is the 3rd of June, they're actually having some sort of a pre-order for that one, and they'll be shipping that out, I think 15th of June. But this one is already on sale on their site, and apparently the one that I bought is a prototype, and maybe it's my fault, there really isn't anyone I can blame, but when I first saw the link, I was like, okay, this seems legit enough, let me just purchase it. And my friend who usually helps me order stuff from Taobao just went ahead and processed my order. I guess he thought that I knew it was a prototype as well. There was a disclaimer there saying that some work had to be done to this in order for it to, I guess, work. So when I received it, what happened was they actually gave me 2 of these kind of like brass rings, and you can see it's like damaged now. The lip has all been ripped out. So this is the bearing removal tool, which is quite well made because this edge over here goes into the lip. This portion here goes into the bearing itself. As you can see, it's a very beautiful fit. And then these two will actually engage the cutout so that you could easily just unscrew your bearing retention cap. So it's quite a good tool, but the thing is, I did not know that the threads inside here are so rough, and that the threads here, you know, have some problem as well because they're not made perfect. So the more you tighten it down, the harder it gets to tighten. And the thing is, when you sit your bearing inside it like that, and I'm not gonna bother to do that because these brass ones have already a lot of patina when I, you know, receive them. And this is a ceramic bearing. I don't want to kind of dirty it anymore. I just cleaned it, by the way. So the further I screwed it in, it wasn't just getting harder to tighten and close, it was also gripping the bearing a lot tighter. So there would be like a 1mm lip here, and that meant that I couldn't install the buttons all the way so it would not spin. Plus, it gripped the bearing so tight that it just wouldn't spin anyway. And so after trying that out, while removing this ring over here, the brass lip started to rip off. And this is totally unscratched, but the brass lip totally ripped off to a point that it is just disgusting. There's no way for me to kind of... Okay, I can still close it technically, but it's not going to work very well. So that really kind of appalled me, and then I spoke to my friend about it and he said, oh yeah, this is actually a prototype. You brought a prototype. And I'm like, what? I paid for a prototype? And it wasn't even cheap, guys. This is about 70 Singapore dollars, which is like, I guess 55 USD. Thereabouts, about 55 US dollars. So I paid 55 US dollars for a prototype that wasn't gonna work till I put in some effort and did some modifications. So what I decided after doing a bit of thinking is I went ahead and I took the next one. As you can see, the height is really different. I just got a Dremel and I cut half of it off. Then I sanded down this part so it's not sharp anymore. And I did not do anything to this because I don't have the right tools to kind of, I guess, scribe it or clean up the threads over here. So what I'm gonna do now is just try this on camera and see if I'm able to put the bearing in and close it. Now this has been cleaned. The inside's a little bit cleaner than it was originally, but not that clean. And I cleaned the bearings. I just finished cleaning them. They are very good, full ceramic 688 bearings. So here goes nothing, guys. I'm just gonna try it out and see if this works. Fingers crossed it works, okay? So yep, it fits exactly like that, and I'm going to use the bearing as a sort of a guide to try to get this centered nicely. And I gotta admit though, the final product that they have online right now looks good. You know, we tried reaching out to them, or I should say my friend tried reaching out to them on my behalf, and they just simply did not want to assist us by providing us more of these, or, you know, guiding us in the right direction on how we could go about, I guess, getting this to work. So that kind of sucks. You know, GeeZ, I wish that you guys could provide slightly better service, but it is unfortunate that you don't, and now I'm stuck to, you know, my own devices to try and make this work. So guys, I'm gonna be fumbling quite a bit, so please pardon me. I might just do a lot of jump cuts and a lot of quick transitions here and there. I just want to make sure that this works. Okay, moment of truth. It seems to be turning in well enough, and it looks to be seated nicely right now. Tighten it quite a bit. I didn't want to go too far. You can see some of the brass actually ripping off right there. I got some brass shavings on my fingertip. So this looks to be good. It's spinning, which is a good thing. I'm just gonna finish it off by installing the buttons, and let's look at this stainless steel prototype of this particular GeeZ spinner. Tighten the buttons all the way, and yes, it works. I feel like I did not have to go through all of this crap and be so disappointed, but right now I have a pretty interesting spinner that suffers a lot from the gyroscopic effect. Okay, let me just show you guys. It's almost coming to a halt. Okay, it stopped. Let's do that again. I think about 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. It's dead. So yeah, I mean, it works now after I had to think quite a bit and see how I could rectify the situation. Not the best solution, I'm sure, but then again, my fault for not reading first. So I guess lesson for everyone who's watching this video: make sure you understand what you're getting before you put good money down for something. I didn't read the fine print. There was a line in red that read something like, you have to make sure that you know what you're doing. You have to do some extra work or put in some extra effort in order for this to work. But there we go, something that actually works now. I might as well just add this onto the video right now, guys, because this is a prototype and I don't think that I will put this on my EDC. But since it's working, let me just tell you that it is a prototype. A lot of scratches here and there, a lot of nicks, bumps, and all these lines, although the detail is all there, all the corners are very sharp, so clearly this wasn't even put through a deburring process. You can see how sharp these edges are as well. So I guess the next step for me, oh man, this part is kind of disgusting, god awful. Yep. So I guess, like I said, the next step for me is to use this, since I already paid money for it and since apparently it's working, although it's not centered very well, to use this as a practice piece for a DIY form of stone wash or tumbling, you know, with a water bottle. So I guess I'll have to go out and source for some small sized rocks or stones, get a bottle, fill it up with WD-40, throw it inside and give it a shake, and we'll see how that turns out. So when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade, and this is what I'm gonna do, I guess. Hopefully the lemonade will turn out nicely. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.